Hi. Well, it's certainly true you can make great food at home. Sometimes it's fun to go out and have someone else do the cooking. My patrons often ask me, where do I go when I'm going out for a great meal? And my answer is always, the 110 Grill. Great food, great value, great people, what's not to like? Here with my friend, John Galley, who's the restaurateur, the owner of
Jim,
110 Grill.
Thank you, yes.
This used to be his show, and now he's going to take it back for a day and show us how to cook.
Well, I want to thank you for letting me be your first guest on your new show.
My pleasure.
Old show.
Yes.
Just passing the torch.
Back and forth.
This is my new restaurant, the 110 Grill in Chelmsford, right on Route 110. It's right where Skip's was.
Great.
And I've been here for about 6 months now.
Mm-hmm.
This is my third restaurant. I've all been very successful.
Congratulations.
I owned a little place in Groton, the Main Street Cafe, which I'm sure you remember.
Very well.
And then I built and ran and operated the Devon's Grill for about 8 years.
Mm-hmm. And now
this is my new venture.
This is great.
Hoping this takes off. And Chelmsford is a great town. I love it here, and people are super nice. My restaurant is beautiful. We're doing some remodeling. It's my chef Brian Dieterich came with me from Devon's, so we're gonna make it work.
He does great food. So
Yes.
do you.
Oh, thank you
Great.
very much. I'm not much of a chef, but I try.
That's what we've heard about you. A very trying young man, but we'll not get into that right now. Great.
Right on. All right.
Let's go
Thank
see.
you very much.
Go
Just
make
way
us
to
some
cook.
chicken. Let's go.
All right.
Thank you. So, John, you're going to do your magic.
Yes, I don't know why you invited me here, Jim, but I'm not really a cook, but I just play one on TV.
Nobody does it better, John.
You know, I used to cook at the Devon's Grill, at the Main Street Cafe, but here I've been lucky. I don't have to anymore.
You have great chef working for you and a
Yes.
great team.
I tell you, line cooks are, these gloves are too small, but they'll work. I am going to cook a chicken marsala.
Excellent.
My chef Brian Dieterich, who also came with me from Devon's Grill, this is his recipe, and it's phenomenal. It's better than my recipe. And okay, sorry about the noise, everyone. We got to keep these fans on. So what I have is a non-stick pan and heat.
A good combination.
Yes. So we want to get our oil. This is just regular, any kind of oil. We use nice olive oil. You don't want to put too much in. You don't want to drown it in the oil. You got to have enough to make it cook. So we're going to heat that up for a second. And what I have is we use tender little chicken strips here. Any chicken will do, right? Is there
Beautiful.
One kind of chicken up
There's
there?
all kinds of chickens, but that chicken looks like a happy chicken.
Well, maybe it was a happy chicken. So what I'm doing here is I am going to coat it in flour. Why, you ask? I like it because it crisps up the chicken a little more, and it also helps make our sauce a little thicker. Now, if you have a gluten allergy, of course, we can do this without the flour. Sans the flour.
Makes it nice and crispy.
Okay, now this should be hot. Now be careful when you're laying these in, because if you lay them this way, it'll splash towards you. And believe me, you don't want hot oil splashed on you. Right, Jim?
Absolutely.
You ever had that?
I have actually.
I
Once.
think everybody in the kitchen has a few times, so at least once. This is one portion of ours. I think it probably weighs about 8 ounces. I'm not quite sure. We buy the big random chickens and we tenderize them. All right, so what we're going to do, done with my flour, my tongs.
Love the tongs.
So we're just going to let this sit for a minute and let it brown up on both sides. While that's cooking, I am going to cook risotto. What's risotto, Jim? You told me earlier.
Risotto is rice.
It's really rice, honest. It's not man-made. It's natural.
It's really, honest to God, rice. There's a number of different versions of it. We were actually talking earlier about risotto.
Arboreal or something, was it?
This is arborio rice. It's the classic for risotto.
But as you probably can attest, risotto usually, again, you don't want to cook it too hot.
Right.
Risotto, it usually takes about a half an hour of intense labor to cook.
Yep.
Chef Brian Dieterich found this product. They take little cubes of the vegetables, chicken stock, and the seasoning, and the rice, and it all comes together, and we pre-portion it.
Brilliant.
We keep it frozen. And this is a giant seller. People rave about this. It's a good product. All we have to do is heat it. Heat and serve. Okay.
Flambe.
So I am going to take my chicken.
Oh,
See,
look
it's
at that.
lightly browned already.
Golden brown and delicious.
And I think I need a little more oil, Jim. What do you think?
I think whatever you think, it's the right way to go.
Jim's the trained chef in the group here. Not me. See how that breaks right down?
Oh,
Sounds
beautiful.
good too, doesn't it, Jim?
It's a wonderful sound. Sound of happiness.
It's like little white Rice Krispies there, doesn't it? Okay, next I'm going to add my mushrooms. Any mushroom will do. We use little
Creminis.
creminis. Thank you, Jim.
Baby portobellas. If those were to grow up, they'd be portobellas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who knew? They change their name when they grow up.
It's
like
true.
Kid to adult.
Yeah.
Did I tell you we're here at the 110 Grill?
You did, actually. It's a wonderful
Shelter.
place. The finest food on the planet.
Well, that's what I heard. That's what I say anyway. Again, you want to keep stirring this
And why do you call it the 110 Grill again?
because it's on Route 110
What a clever name.
in Chelmsford. I know it's kind of biting me in the butt though a little, Jim, because you try to Google it, people type in 110 Grill, or you're not going to find it. It's not going to show up. Yes,
So what's your website again?
it's ONETENGRILL. No E on grill.
110 Grill.
Yes,
Nice, no numbers. Just
No
the word
numbers,
spelled
yeah.
out.
right.
Ooh, that's looking nice.
Yes, thank you. Nice and see how creamy that's getting.
Beautiful.
Little burns on the outside here. We won't use that. All right.
Menard.
Here's the fun part. Stand back, everybody. Uh-oh.
Clear.
This is any kind of marsala wine. Again, you want to put this in?
Little flambe.
Little flambe.
Woohoo!
Again, the alcohol in the wine will burn off, so it's safe for teetotalers and children alike. And even you, Jim.
Even me. It's a good thing.
All
Ooh,
right,
that's looking beautiful.
Looking done already. I'm going to
Look
turn
at-
this heat down, or off, actually.
Yeah, look at that.
Next, I'm going to add some diced capicola. Whoops, lost one there. Leave that one for the sweeper. Then I'm going to put in a little bit of garlic, chopped fresh garlic.
Lovely.
My favorite. Again, we don't measure. You know, it's just what you like to taste. If you like garlic, add extra. Again, don't try this at home. Huh, Jim? We're professionals. Okay, we're going to let that simmer down a little bit. And then I'm going to add
Ooh,
my
the magic
chili
sauce.
glaze. What is it?
It looks like magic sauce to me.
Magic sauce?
Magic sauce.
This comes in a powder. You just add water. You can get it in any store. It's basically...
Jim, I just love it when you're technically precise.
Yes,
know
yes, that's the reason I went to the Cordon Bleu and yes, the
Yeah, we know
CIA
which-
and all those
We
places.
know which one is smarter than which one of us.
Yeah.
How's that look?
Gorgeous, fabulous. Woo!
Look at that. Lou, what do you think of that?
Hold it, hold it.
That looks
that's
good.
beautiful.
Looks like happiness in a skillet to me.
That's right. Okay, we're just going to let that simmer and finish cooking. And in the meantime, I'm going to take, this is one of our vegetable choices here at the 110 Grill.
Beautiful.
We also have a new vegetable that my chef Brian created. It's a roasted butternut squash.
Ooh, what's not to like there?
Oh, I know.
Yes.
You cube it up, peel it, and you cut it in little cubes, and then you put a little oil in it and some brown sugar and cinnamon, and then you roast it in the oven until it's nice and soft and mushy.
Great.
It's like roasted red potatoes, only that was a piece of the ham that got away. Only it's
Sounds like
butternut
delicious.
squash, and it's fantastic. It looks great. It's a seasonal vegetable. for
Sounds
us.
delicious.
Okay, what I also like to do is check to make sure the chicken is done. The only thing worse than raw chicken to me is raw pig.
I don't know, being boiled in oil is kind of worse, but never mind. Oh, look at that, perfectly
See,
done.
that's done.
Perfect.
I take the
Juicy.
biggest piece,
Beautiful.
the biggest, fattest piece, and I'll slice it down. Just put a little slice in it.
Perfectly done.
That looks done to me.
Yum.
So then we'll just take this off with the handle getting warm. Shut the gas off, don't waste energy. If you saw my gas bill, you'd understand. And then
Wow.
we just pour the rest of the sauce right on the top.
Look at that. Oh, yum.
Lou, you hungry, I hope.
It's like delicious food to me.
This
Always is.
Look
is
at that.
the 110 grill
Magic on a plate.
chicken marsala. One of our
Yippee.
#1 entrees with our carrot broccoli mix. All right, Jim, let's see if you can beat this.
Not possible. Not possible.
What are you gonna cook today, Jim?
We're just going to do a little vinaigrette and put it on some arugula, otherwise known as rocket lettuce.
Rocket lettuce.
Rocket lettuce. You gotta love arugula.
Well, thank you for letting me cook my chicken marsala.
Well, thank you for letting me have your show.
Now I'm hungry.
Now,
I
yeah.
know it. This used to be Cooking with John
John.
show. Now
And-
it's what's the name of your show?
Great cooking at home with Chef Jim Yoakum, or in this case, not. We
We're not cooking. No, I'm cooking at my home.
get to
This is where
cook
I
at
live now.
John's home. Yes. So this is arugula. It's, like we said, otherwise known as rocket lettuce.
Because of the taste or the shape.
It has a peppery flavor to it.
I bet you know this answer to this question. How many varieties of lettuce are there?
Bazillion. I have no idea. There's 118 different versions of basil, but I don't know how many different types of lettuce.
That is flavor.
Yeah, doesn't have them? It's like, hello.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do a classic little vinaigrette.
Need a little pan? I'll
I
get
do.
you one.
So that'd be great. So here's our ingredients. So here's our ingredients for our vinaigrette. It's simply extra virgin olive oil.
Evu?
Evu, extra virgin olive oil. Evu,
I like it.
extra virgin olive oil with the vinegar, hence the vinaigrette. We've got a little cayenne pepper. We've got a little thyme. We've got
What time is it, you said?
We've got time. We've got plenty of time. We've got lots
Oh,
of time.
that time.
Yes. Paprika and a little kosher salt. Why do they call it kosher salt?
So
Actually,
certain people, ethnic people can eat it?
well, actually, most salts are kosher. If you take a look at any of your standard Morton salts, it has the little U, which is Union of Rabbis, on it. So
Right.
virtually all salt is kosher. This
Really?
is actually,
How many different varieties of salt are there in the world?
I know I've got 16 in my pantry.
16?
Yeah, we've got black salts, we've got pink salts, we've got all sorts of different salts.
Are they all salty?
They are all salty. Yeah, funny as it turns out. We've got Morton salt. We've got all sorts of salts. And pepper. This is actually a telecherry pepper,
Is
but
the regular iodized salt kosher?
yeah, almost always. Yeah, look at the little U and you'll find it kosher. But the reason they call it kosher salt is because it's used for, in the kosher laws, you have to extract all blood from product. So this is good for
Blood?
extracting blood
Oh, really?
to make it kosher.
Who knew?
So it should technically be called koshering salt.
Oh,
In any
go.
case. So we're just going to mix this together in the usual way.
let me move my chicken marsala.
Oh, we love your chicken marsala. Yeah, this is,
Waitress, table 1, pick up.
so we're going to use 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar.
Any kind of vinegar?
Actually, whatever type of vinegar you like. We're using balsamic. I usually will frequently use a combination of balsamic and apple cider.
I think your ratio's off.
You think so? You want more?
Yeah, I like vinegar.
Okay, we'll add a little more vinegar then.
There you go.
You happy? We're into keeping happy.
Happier.
A little cayenne pepper. I like to crush the thyme to get the oils going with my impeccably clean hands.
Awesome.
Yep. We try and keep our spices as whole as long as possible.
Keep the flavor in, right?
Keep the flavor in.
This is what, cayenne, paprika?
Cayenne, that's the cayenne. And then this is our kosher salt again.
Well, this looks pretty simple.
It is. You know, we're just throw a couple of grinds of telecherry pepper in there. Mix it up. Do an emulsification. Normally, oils and other things like waters don't like to get together, but in this case, we'll make them be friends.
There you go.
Look at that.
That can dry it up nicely.
Yeah,
May I?
absolutely.
This is what real chefs do.
This
right?
is, yeah. Is that a,
Very good. Oh, you did it smartly. You dipped the lettuce in it. My hands are clean, don't worry. Only I know where they've been.
Now you can, of
That's
course,
awesome.
do various things with this. We can make it sweeter if we want to by putting a honey in there.
Lettuce jumps.
Isn't it jump? That's a happy thing.
Did you grow this, Jim, the lettuce?
I did not actually grow this version. I like to in the summer. Shall we put it on your plate or shall we do a separate plate?
Sure.
Sure, we'll have a little
It's extra,
side plate.
though. It's an extra
Yes,
charge.
there we go. Just
Extra
mount it up
$3
there.
charge for that.
There we go. And life is good.
I'm on a separate plate here.
And textures and height. One of the first things I learned was height is important. So you get,
Height on the
nice and
plate?
height. Yep.
They
Nice
do that
and-
at McDonald's, don't they? The
They
triple
don't actually do
burgers.
that.
Triple burgers are pretty high in calories.
high in things you don't want them to be high on.
Yes, you need a towel.
That'd be great. Thank you very much.
I use the inside of my pockets.
Your pockets must taste great then. Great. Thanks for
All
that.
right.
Thanks again for letting us come visit in your kitchen. Wonderful place.
Thank you very
Great
much.
food.
You're welcome. Man. You can come anytime, Jim. You know that.
Thank you, John. Always enjoy coming here.
Jim and I were neighbors in Shirley for a long, long time, and
And now you've moved
him.
on.
His
It's a good
beautiful
thing.
Wife.
Yes. It's a
Here
happy
at the
thing.
110 Grill in Chelmsford.
Where are we again? I missed that.
The
Say
110
Grill
Grill.
in Chelmsford. Where's that in Chelmsford, you said?
Where
Yes.
Skips was.
Brilliant.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks again, John. Appreciate
buddy.
it.
Appreciate it.
See you
Thank you.
soon.
So, here's the best part of this, huh?
Love this part.
You get to eat. Lou, I got you a fork, but you can't have it yet. Okay.
Woohoo!
Dig in.
If this is half as good as it looks, it's going to be spectacular.
I gotta try this.
Oh, I'm going to get a
I
big
don't think I've
piece
ever
of
had the risotto here.
That's fabulous.
There's nothing worse than self-congratulatory chefs.
Or nothing better.
Nothing better.
This is fabulous.
Yes, I like this.
I like the risotto.
And the capicola.
That's nice.
Very nice.
That's good stuff. Love the mushrooms.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Guys, turn towards the camera and say bon appetit.
Bon
Bon
appetit!
appetit. Remember, never trust a skinny chef, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like it.
That was my sign off on
Yes.
my old show.
Oh,
that
that
capicola's
really
good,
is
too.
spectacular.
That's cold. You can also get that over pasta or rice or,
Perfectly cooked. I like the risotto.
yeah, it's simple.
It's-
Go.
Yeah, it's-
Thanks again for your questions that you've written to us at chefjimyoakum.com. We have a number of questions here that I'd like to get to. Let's see what we have. We have one from Matt. Again, I'm told I'm not supposed to use last names, so we won't. Hi, Matt. Matt wants to know, how do commercial kitchens vary from home kitchens? Actually, in a number of ways they vary, and in a number of ways they're the same. Of course, both kitchens are into putting out quality food at a cost-sensitive point. Strangely enough, commercial kitchens are probably more price-sensitive than home kitchens, depending on which kitchen you're in, of course. There's the obvious things like commercial kitchens always wearing gloves, always wearing hats, a few procedural things like that. And again, price sensitivity is a big issue. In some commercial kitchens, we will put out hundreds and hundreds of meals, while typically at home, you're not putting out hundreds and hundreds of meals. But again, both hopefully are focused on putting out a good product at an affordable price. We should actually do a show on commercial kitchens, and maybe we'll go visit some of the kitchens I've had and currently have the joy of working in. So let's go on to, what does Pete have to say? Pete's wondering, are canned beans as good as dried beans? Canned beans are great. They're easy, they're quick. Yes, you can certainly soak your own beans. Dried beans are typically good these days. There's not a lot of rocks in them. One rock can ruin your day. But it's extremely rare to find a rock in a dried bean. So by all means, use canned beans if they're more convenient for you. Use dried beans if you want to. I think dried beans are probably a little more affordable, but not significantly so. Maureen wants to know, what's the term scratch kitchen mean? It means things are made from scratch. There's an old joke that goes, to truly make an apple pie from scratch, you first have to create a universe. So there really are no real scratch kitchens. But for the most part, scratch kitchens are ones that bake their own bread, make their own sauces from scratch, and so forth. We joke, some restaurants, the closest thing they have to a real knife is a box cutter. Those are not scratch kitchens. Riley wants to know, what's the most unusual spice and trickiest in your pantry? Oh boy, I have more tricky spices in my pantry than most people have in their homes because I do Ethiopian cooking. I have Burberry, I have alligator pepper, I have grains of paradise, things that most, not only kitchens, but most spice purveyors haven't heard of. Strangely enough, the trick is a different answer, because while the amount of Burberry that I put into a dish, people will say, okay, that's something different, but they won't know if it's good or bad. The trickiest is, the most common, is salt, because everybody knows what's too salty and what's not salty enough. So the trickiest spice is the one that everyone has, which is salt. Liam wants to know, which chef do you admire the most? There's actually a number of chefs that I admire a lot. Thomas Keller is, of course, on the list. There's a number of local chefs that I work with and for and around. Chef Mike at Devon's Grill, and John Galley, of course, is a friend that you may have seen us together on a previous show. In the more world famous group, Nathan Myvold has a series of books. This is volume 5 of a 6-volume series called Modernist Cuisine. That's a $650 cookbook that is a fun read. Most people won't use that cookbook in their homes. It uses a lot of tricks and toys like centrifuges and liquid nitrogen that most people don't have. He actually does now have a home version out, but we can talk about that some other time if you like. The next, Brennan wants to know, have you ever made something that just didn't work? All the time. I frequently make things that don't work. I still have challenges with getting some sugar products to come out right, the right consistency. It happens. Move on, Do you do your best? Most of the times things work out, sometimes they don't. You move on. Dudley would like to know, is working in a professional kitchen like Iron Chef? No. Short answer, no. Professional kitchens are challenging. They're a lot of hot, heavy, sharp things moving around really fast. They're kind of dangerous. Hopefully you're working with conscientious chefs and conscientious crews that keep everyone safe. But most time spent in professional kitchens are spent mopping floors, chopping onions, grating carrots, and doing fairly mundane things, as the old joke goes. Unless you're the lead dog, most views are the same for dogs and dog sleds. So it's good to be the lead dog. Alfred would like to know, what is the first commercial kitchen job you ever had? It was actually in Yellowstone National Park. I was a pot washer. It was during a summer break. I was with my parents traveling through en route home. I had some friends that were working in Yellowstone. I stopped. They were having a great time, so I spent a summer washing pots, and actually I rapidly moved through the ranks and got to do some real cooking, including 18 dozen eggs every morning. Got real good at scrambling eggs. So with that, let me wrap up and thank you for watching. Please send us any questions that you have at jim@chefjimyoakum.com. Hope you have a great day. Again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.